What's up, y'all? Thank you for joining me today. And today, what we're going to be doing is putting together just some of the finishing touches of the BMW. We are just about done with everything. Got the badges on, grills, side skirts on, pretty much everything we need to get on this car. And the only thing we don't have, as you can see, is the headlights, which I have right here. And what we're going to be doing with these headlights is we're going to be taking off the lenses and we're going to be customizing. Well, basically customizing. We're going to be blocking out the bezels instead of chrome inside, and we're going to be putting on a set of halos, which I'll show you right now. So here's our box of parts that we are putting on the car, and it's actually really low, which is awesome. That means we've put pretty much everything on the car. The only thing that we have left is this MS43. It's a spare. We got this off eBay, and we're going to be tuning this one. And so these are the JDM iToy lighting. These are like kind of the most popular cheap halos to go with. It's what everyone kind of goes with. I will probably hopefully try to link these in the description. But yeah, these are going to look pretty awesome on this car, and everything's coming together real nicely. And I did just take out the 125. Was ripping this thing around the yard. Basically can only do like first gear in this bike. I was getting into second gear a little bit, but that bike is so fun. I haven't actually been on a full-size two-stroke. Actually used to ride an 85cc big wheel, actually an RM. It was a newer bike than this one. This one's actually, you probably can't guess it, but this is a 1999 that I redid. So yeah, it's an awesome little bike. This thing rips. We're gonna pop these lenses off real quick. And I know I have a can of plastic dip somewhere, because you do want to do this with plastic dip, because then you can take it all off. So yeah, let's find the can of plastic dip and take these lenses off. So that was easy enough. They just take a little bit of finessing. It was, I mean, you do have to be very careful because you can crack your lenses. I think mine actually had a little crack on the bottom anyways. Right here, goes all the way around. I might have done that, but it's on the bottom, so I don't really care. I'll get new lenses eventually if I really need to. So we got these basically down bare to what we need them to be. This and this is what we're going to be plastic dipping on both of them. So what we need to do is go ahead, find our can of plastic dip that we have, and we need to also tape these off a little bit too. So I'm gonna get to that. So we got these all taped off. We don't need to go crazy because most of the rest of the bezel is this satin black, so it's not going to show up crazy. Like if you get overspray anywhere, just try to get like the edges and everything, so yeah, you have a clean outcome. And these are your bulbs right here where the light comes out, and I actually don't even have an inner bulb on this one, so that's good to know. But yeah, anyways, these are your bulbs, and these you can paint over because we're just going to peel that off once we're done. Luckily it's plastic dip, so yeah, super easy to deal with. That was pretty easy. We're in with very minimal effort, and yeah, I mean, we're just gonna keep throwing layers on it, and probably gonna put like 4 or 5, maybe, yeah, 4 or 5 layers sounds good, because you do want to have a little bit of thickness to peel the center off, or wherever you want to peel off. But surprised this stuff is even still good, because I've had this stuff for like months. Tempted to take this thing out right now and rip it. I'm gonna go take a little smoke break, a little chooch break, a little session, actually with my mom, because my mom's cool and we do that. So yeah, if you chief with your mom too, drop it down in the comments, let me know, because it's awesome to be able to just like chill and relax with your family. So yeah, I'll be back. Okay, so we have 4 coats on here, and I'm just gonna let this sit for a little bit, let it cure for a little bit. I'm not really sure how long it takes for Plastidip. I've literally never used Plastidip before, so I don't know, just give it like 30 minutes or so, and then come out and I'm gonna peel off, oh, you can't even really see it, this lens and that lens. So yeah, and also kind of irritating that the bulb isn't situated in these lights, so definitely going to want to figure out that. I think actually, as I come over here though, there are these lights, so I think those lights, yep, these look like these should be good replacements for those. So it's nice when you get free parts when you buy a car. Okay, so I got 4 coats on the headlights, and it's looking great so far. I let them sit for just like a day, just to make sure everything kind of solidified up, and I don't know, I just didn't feel like finishing the headlights. So yeah, now what we're gonna do is we're going to peel off a little bit right here if I can with my nail, and we're going to peel these off. All right, so this should be pretty self-explanatory. I'm not exactly sure what these are for. I think these might actually be pad little stoppers to mount them on. Not exactly sure. Here's some clips. And here's our halos. We also have some connectors, I believe. I'm not exactly sure what these connectors are for, but we're gonna figure out all the wiring after we install these. For now, we're just gonna try to pop these lenses on. All right, so here's a set of them. Seem to be the same size as well, so I think these might be the outer ones. And come in here. Oh, actually, look, the bezel, I believe the ring is the same size. So yeah, that's gonna make it even easier to put these rings on. I actually thought 2 were smaller than the others, which would have even, it wouldn't have been too hard to figure out which one goes to which. So I'm going to try to really get this done real fast, but I did just get a message that someone's on the way right now to pick up the RM125. It's actually sitting up there ready to go. Yeah, I hope he actually shows up. I've had like literally 6 people flake. So if I can get that out of the way, then I'm definitely going to get these headlights done tonight. So anyways, back to the headlights. What we got to do with these is, I guess these are to go around the headlight to stick them on. So we're going to put some double-sided tape on the back, and then these clips you just kind of put onto the top ring right here, and then those kind of clip it onto like the bezel kind of right here-ish area. So just going to finesse that on. Okay, so before I got ahead of myself, I just hung these wires through the side of the bezel. And if you take off these boots, you can kind of see where you're fishing it through, and it'll just come right through the back. Got these all put through, and now I think the next step is to put some clips on there. Actually, no, we're going to put the double-sided tape, but we're not going to take the back of the tape off. Here's a double-sided tape that we were given. There's actually 4 of these sections. We already have 2 installed, and it's pretty nice. It's actually the exact curvature of the lights, and it just adds another application point for these lights. So what we're going to do is, and also one other thing, if I can see, the top of my light, you want to look out for that a little bit. The top of my light actually is not fully Plastidip, which I'm okay with, because at that angle, look, even at this angle, you can't even really see it. Front angle, you can't even really tell. So I don't really care. I don't feel like doing this over again, really. If I don't like it, I will come back in later. But yeah, I mean, that will even just add like a slight bit more reflection because you are decreasing your reflection on these bulbs. But anyways, what we did was we put 1 piece of tape, 2 pieces of tape, 3 and 4, and there's 4 of these little stub things for each of these. So 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, and so on. So we're just going to complete this other side, and we're almost halfway through installing these. So we just installed these little clips, and those allow this to just perch on here, and you just kind of shove it on there. And I mean, other than that, that's basically the installation for the actual halo lights. We do have to wire them in after, but I'll show you that after, once I get these all mounted into the car. I did have these out because yes, we did paint the car. We got emblems and everything on the car, so car's looking awesome so far. If you'd like to check out how I painted this car in my garage, it did cost me under $1,000, well under $1,000. And yeah, so it's definitely budget friendly. You can do this in your own garage if you have any skill with just watching a video and doing what the person does, because that's mostly what mechanics is. Watch someone else, monkey see, monkey do. So yeah, I will be linking the video for how I painted this car. We got black mirrors, black roof. I was going for like a newer BMW look, which I think I executed it. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead, finish up installing these lights. Literally all we have to do is push these on here and take off the double-siding tape. So I'm not gonna bore you guys with any montages or anything like that. We're just gonna go ahead, get these installed, and we're gonna see how they look. So that was quick, actually probably one of the quickest transactions I've had yet. So as you can see, there's an empty spot. The bike is gone, and we are up. Let's see if I can get a hold of it. Decent amount of cash, so nice little flip. Go ahead, check out the video on exactly how I flipped that bike and what I did to that bike and how much money I made. Right now, we're kind of struggling with, and just FYI, this tape is terrible for this. Like this has just kept popping off, so most likely I'm gonna have to grab some other tape to put up here as well as around. But right now, kind of struggling with this, because literally basically what you have to do is push these down and twist, and it's just not working out for me. Try not to break anything, so I'm gonna try to get those figured out, and once we get those figured out, I'll get everything mounted up and I'll get back to you. So we are actually able to get those things to lock in. Super annoying. I think it was because I was trying to twist like the whole lighting bezel instead of like there's like a ring to lock it in. But anyways, we got these lights changed out with some LEDs, some nice LEDs. See if I can find the box cover. So if you're looking for it, it's called, I think, Last Fit or something like that. LED lights, safe style. Probably like Amazon specials, but they're still LEDs. They're gonna definitely look a lot better. And as you can see at this angle, you can't at all see where I didn't get with the plastic dip. So if you're not precise with your plastic dip spray, don't worry about it. It's still gonna look fine. And we kind of were able to get these things, so like as you can see, there's not gonna be much more rattle than that in the front of the car. And these things, they stay in there well. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw the lenses, the caps and stuff over here. Everything's such a mess. I can't wait to just like get rid of all the stuff that I'm selling and just get everything organized, all the wheels like powder coated, everything. So we have a whole pile of wheels. Like, it's just crazy. But I mean, as you saw in the last clip, I did sell the RM125. Oh, it's kind of crazy because like I think it's this video. It might be another video I'm filming right now, but I was gonna say I was gonna do like a little wheelie video and stuff, because I did actually learn how to wheelie on that thing in like literally maybe 2 or 3 times of riding the 125. I used to ride an RM85 big wheel, so I mean it wasn't that hard to get it. But anyways, we got that sold. We got some money in the pocket, so that's nice. We're gonna hold on to that, sell the Audi S4. I was literally considering selling this thing, but no, we're not gonna sell this thing right now. This is gonna be the daily. We're going to Wolfscar. I almost said 40s in a bag. That's the last car show I ever went to. So we're definitely taking this thing to Wolfscar. We're gonna be there, be square. But anyways, yeah, we got those all situated. So we just got to take these bezels and throw them back in. But we're gonna throw these back in and throw our lenses back on. And I believe there's also like a little bit of a trim that okay, right here in our pile mess. So we got our bezels, our lenses, and our trim pieces. So I'm gonna throw all those on, and then hopefully we can start putting these back into the car. So I know this isn't the most like exciting video or thing to do to your car, but definitely it will make your car look a whole lot better. So we got everything all situated. One mistake I made was I put these this trim on before I put the lenses on. The lenses didn't want to pop on, but if you don't do that, if you put the bezel, the black bezel inside on first, that'll pop right in. Just kind of put that in on the inner sides. Then if you put the lens on after that, that slides right on, pops right on, and then these pop into like these 1, 2, 3, 4, and then around tabs. So super easy to take these apart, put these back together, and woo, these are looking pretty dope. Yes, they are super dirty. They have like tape residue, stuff like that. So I'm not super mad about them, like not looking crazy clear, all that stuff right now. Even if I could get some new lenses for super cheap. So these are definitely gonna look awesome, look way better than the stock BS that was on there. So we were able to get these actually in. Oh, it's a beetle. There's all these huge bugs around. But anyways, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start running the wires for the headlights. We have our harness right here. It looks a little bit more difficult than it actually is. We have a fuse here for all the wires. We have this white wire that we're going to tap into our DME. We have the red wire, which we're going to run power to. We have our black wire right here, which we're going to run to a ground on the chassis. And we have these wires, which just go and plug into the headlights. So it seems like it's actually pretty difficult, but not too difficult at all. So we're just going to start with up here. Well, first things first, we have to start with disconnecting our battery, which right now we have it charging. So we're just going to go ahead and disconnect the rest of our battery and go ahead and just let it charge by itself. So we're going to do that real quick, and then we're going to come up here, and it's a 19 millimeter to take this bolt off. And then we're going to go ahead and tuck our power wire, this red one, up under there. So that was easy enough. Just kind of sandwich it in there. Make sure you get a good connection, I guess you could say. Good contact patch with that little one. And don't over torque it because it will kind of rotate it. Just kind of push it down, squish it. And yeah, that's our power source for that. We're gonna go ahead and find a nice little bolt to ground this to. There's plenty of places you could ground this to. You could go ahead, run it a short wire right here to one of these bolts, ground it here. Probably would fit very nicely in there. But I think there is, we go right in here. There we go, right here. That bolt right there, it's just inside this box. That thing right there, just unbolt that. It's already actually a preset ground. Perfect little washer, contact patch, and everything. And this ground is going to fit real nicely up in there. So we're going to try to get a shot up in there. I think it's probably like a 10 mil or something. So just going to pull that out real quick and go ahead and set our ground wire. Man, it's so weird, like late at night it just gets super hot. But anyways, we got a little ahead of ourselves. Kind of got everything ran. We did go ahead and ground it out. I'm not sure if you can see it, but we grounded out our black wire down there. Once you actually look in here, you'll definitely know what I'm talking about. So we went ahead and grounded that out. We also tucked our power wire back up here, and we're going to tuck it up into the corner just right around here, because I did tuck it in between this molding and it did already kind of start to fry the wire. So I'm gonna go ahead and tuck it back here. So this is going to be kind of like where our wires reside. We're going to do a little harness tuck back here with some wire tape. So we got our red wire ran to our power. We have our black wire ran just under here. We also have our fuse sitting right back here. Got our white wire to our ECU. We got that tucked back between this little flap, and then we have it ran all over here, just tucked under here. Just kind of try to be neat about it, and then tuck it in this corner, and then it's just ran right there, ready to be wired into our ECU. And other than that, we just have, let's see, we have this one connection for this set, and then we have this long one that we're going to kind of wire straight down, and we're going to wire right over to this set. I'm going to try to use this time to figure out how to wire in a switch to these headlights, because I didn't actually wire the white accessory wire to the footwell, so it doesn't turn off with my other lights.
On that beat, going crazy.